month of probably November 2001 was probably the darkest month, and at that time, it definitely, we were both prepping ourselves for probably a potential end to the ride.
I'm all for progress, I'm all for passing the torch on, and to have Jason on board is my honour.
If I could be the bass player behind his stuff, whether it was called Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath, whatever it ended up being called, but being able to do the things that I do, that's my style, that's the way that I have learned, is the stuff that backed him up for all his years. So, I mean, just kind of there it is, you know, now's the time.
Now drink! Awesome.
You flush it out! You flush it out! You flush it out!
Drinking, partying.
Canadian beer works great, man.
There were certain crutches that I picked up that as a kid and eventually became too heavy.
All of this stuff I've learned, especially in recovery, about everyone's got the same size soul, you know, and everyone's done their mistakes, you know. Some are paying more consequences than others.
But the main thing for me was, when I was in rehab, to really learn about who I was. And to learn who I was, I had to really unplug from everything else that was out there. Metallica was included. I had gotten swallowed up into that identity over the course of 22 years of growing up in a band that's doing pretty good. However you live is probably the way you're gonna end up, you know, dying or not discovering other things. You know, if you kind of just center yourself around one thing, there's so much you miss out on.
It was just a very difficult time because we had no inclination of what the future was going to look like, you know. And it was a very, very scary time for us. But, you know, we had to wait it out. We had to be patient. We had to wait it out. And it's a good thing we did, because eventually James came back and we started making music again. All that perseverance paid off in spades.
Oh, just because these guys grew up a little bit and decided to have a couple kids, that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't change.
Actually made them a hell of a lot better people so far.
Yeah.
There's a great new energy that's created with these kids, for me at least, and it definitely does change you, and I feel it does change you for the better.
There's a big family atmosphere going on back here. So I'm seeing all the toys, or is this the band? That's on the rider?
And Spider-Man and Hulk pillows, and Scooby-Doo blankets, that's on the rider too. The show cannot go on unless we have Spider-Man, Hulk, and Scooby-Doo.
You've personalized little tricycles. They have these cool Metallica stickers all over them.
Well, we need to get around these big arenas somehow.
Does this feel like a rebirth?
I feel it does, more than any of the other records, and it tends to become kind of cliche, you know.
Well, because you were hearing it for Load, too.
Yeah, and the one before that, and the one before that. It's like, every record is like, this is us now, and we're happy to show the world this, you know. But especially for this one, especially for me, going back and kind of reassessing my identity and what I mean in the band and what does the band mean to each other, and, you know, being grateful for the things that we have and still being together after 22 years and walking out there and seeing a stage like that, it's amazing. And then having a Rob Trujillo show up for us at the right time, you know. These are gifts, and we're not going to let them go unnoticed.
It feels like a new beginning, I mean, for me as well. And it seems like we've been a band for a long, long time. It's very natural on stage. The performances feel right, but it feels really, really great to be a part of Metallica.
That is packaging that we're really, really proud of. We worked at it to make sure it was just the way we wanted it to be. I think it's great, and you know, the fact that you get a DVD of us playing the songs too is just, I think, the coolest thing in the world. It's kind of like, you know, the Cracker Jack thing, you know, buy something, get a free prize. When you buy that, you get a DVD as your free prize, and a cool booklet and pictures and whatnot. Not to mention 11 kick-ass songs.
You even get a free CD.
Yeah,
I forgot there was a free CD with
the DVD and booklet.
Show us the schematics.
This is a bit of the script that we have going on, and it just shows you the basic layout of where we're going to place all the effects.
Basic is not the word I would use to describe
Well, no,
that.
it's not basic. There's almost 1,000 effects going off here, not including flame projectors, dragons, and what have you. But yeah, it's a wee show.
What goes into it?
Well, months actually of correspondence with the band and with management, and just going over what songs the band wants to do, rehash the old songs, bring in a new vibe to the new songs. Also creating something different that nobody else has ever seen. They wanted to go over the top on this one.
Yes, it's about the music, but people want to see some spectacle too, I think, when they're coming to a festival, especially they're paying some money to see, you know, 3 headline acts. They want to see some stuff go on. Big booms and fireworks and backdrops and video screens and all kinds of stuff. So if you don't like the music, you'll be entertained by all the other stuff.
It was Napster in 2000, the Rehab in 2001, someone leaving. How close did we come to lose you as a band?
I guess we'll all really never know.
Month of probably November 2001 was probably the darkest month, and at that time it definitely, we were both prepping ourselves for probably a potential end to the ride, which obviously had been a great ride and one we thoroughly enjoyed, but at that time it seemed like maybe the train was going to pull into the station and stay there.
All these things happen for a reason. They all ended up allowing us to do St. Anger, because I think without all of those struggles, I don't think St. Anger would have appeared.
The train was back up to full speed ahead. It's unstoppable, man. It's unstoppable. And it's coming your way.
No, their way.
Your way.
Nice working with you, man. We're out of here. See ya.